Well, come here, 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 come here. Am I dreaming? Yes. My mind's dozing off. My body's asleep and I can't move a finger. Then, this has to be a dream. It's a dark night. Batman? My ears are ringing. My feet are asleep, but I'm walking down the hill. It's cold. The wind is blowing on me, and since I'm in my pajamas, my body is freezing. This coldness is unlike Fuyuki City. The chill would be cold enough to wake me up if this were a dream. This is too early for Castor's abduction, isn't it? Maybe not? I walk through the empty town. The annoying sound won't stop. No, I guess this is the abduction, I guess, maybe? Ignoring my shivering body, my feet are moving forward, towards somewhere. No? I try to scream, and realize that my throat is frozen. This isn't a dream. This can't be a dream. But my mind's still asleep. My limbs, they aren't following my orders, and they're walking on as if manipulated by something. Come here, 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 you gotta come. Yeah. For some reason, I thought it was a little bit later. I don't know why. Like, I thought it was after the school stuff. I don't know why I thought that. This must be the destination. My feet move faster as they move up the stairs. Now, come here, boya. The ringing in my ears turns into a voice. No, that's wrong. The sound hasn't changed at all. It's been repeating the same thing over and over. Come. Insert cyberpunk music.
さあ、ここまでいらっしゃい、坊や。
Okay. What fills my head is a female voice filled with magical energy. I mean, I see the mountain gate. Something's on the other side. And if I cross that gate, I won't come out alive. I don't know what it is, but my dozing mind screams out for me to run away. Go back. Go back. Go back. Stop. You can still make it. Wake up and go back. Wake up. My consciousness wakes up. That's good. My head clears and my will finally returns. But it's too late. My limbs don't obey me as they go through the mountain gate. The only thing certain is my mind. My body doesn't listen to my will and walks into the Ryudo temple following the voice. The temple is covered in darkness. In the center stands something with an inhuman magical energy. The figure wavers like a mirage. The shadow reminding me of death strips off the darkness and... The figure becomes a witch like one would see in a fairy tale.
そこで止まりなさい坊や。
Okay?
それ以上近づかれると殺してしまうでしょ。
You're gonna do that anyway, right? A sneering laugh. It seems my body is under her control. My feet that never stopped freeze at command. My consciousness wavers. My limbs still don't move, and an unknown enemy is standing before me. Yes, she's an enemy. I can be sure of that. Yeah, that'd be a pretty good guess. She's a servant, a heroic spirit that excels the most in magic out of the 7 servants.
ゲスタのサーバント。
I move my throat with all my effort and glare at my enemy.
ええ、その通りよ坊や。ようこそ私の神殿へ。歓迎するわ、セイバーのマスターさん。
Her cool voice is mocking me. I put power into my legs, but my body won't move. Damn, what the hell am I doing? I've been lured here, and on top of that I can't move a muscle. I concentrate on my limbs with all my power. I don't know what kind of a trick it is, but it has to be her magic that's restraining me. Then, if I can extract her magical energy out of my body, yeah, good luck with that.
自由になれると思って。かわいいこと。そんな方法で私の呪縛を解こうだなんて。随分と優しいのね、あなた。
I mean, hey, he is an amateur. I concentrate all my will to search throughout my body. Caster's magical energy. I mean, I think someone would die if we did that, to be honest. The enemy is magical energy that's inside me, restraining my body. I look inside my body while keeping my eyes open. It's alright. It's nothing difficult if I'm calm. I identify the flow of magical energy every night. I just have to do what I've been doing, and identify Caster's poison inside of me. Even if I can't get it out of my body, I can concentrate it into one of my limbs, so that I can move the other 3. Can you now? How can this be? Caster's magical energy is not mixed within me. The only poison-like element is this one small point on my chest. But all of my body is acting abnormally. It's not that there's something wrong with the blood flowing in me. If there's something abnormal, it's not my blood, but the blood vessels themselves. It's like having my heart locked up. The red spot on my chest has to be Caster's magical energy. One cursed word is taking away my body's authority. I mean, she's not the mage class of the servants for no reason, I guess. It means I was cursed when I was sleeping. Even if I was asleep, it should have been impossible for me to be seized by a magic cast from so far away. Magi have magic resistance. It is the power to repel magic such as hypnotism, binding, and coercion. As long as one is a magus, one cannot be easily controlled by others. It's a fundamental law. Yeah, but you know, I have magic circuits. It's getting cold. Ugh. There we go. The circuit in one's body does not only make magical energy, but it can also repel external magical energy. But again, I think she's a little above any other magi. Just a little bit, tiny bit. Maybe like that much above Rin. Therefore, it is difficult to interfere with someone with a magic circuit, and it's difficult even to control a magus several ranks lower than you. Yeah, yeah, that would make sense. Cause like, yeah, probably. As the magic circuit repels external magical energy, magic is destroyed before it can be completed. For that reason, indirect intervention magic such as hypnotism and binding has a low success rate. Even if the target's not a magus, the magic can be repelled unconsciously if the target has a magic circuit. From that point of view, an intervention of just attacking with pure magical energy like Tosca does, making a weapon in this world and attacking the opponent as a result, is a simple method. Physical impact works on everyone. Yeah. Hey, Dark Eyes. It doesn't matter if the target has a magic circuit or not, as people will bleed if they're cut with a knife. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I'd definitely bleed. That's why this situation is strange. I'm sure I could be affected if I had magic cast on me from close range. If I had met Caster before and she had cast coercion on me, it's probable that I could be controlled even at a distance. But I haven't met Caster before, nor have I had a curse cast on me. So this is our first meeting. Without moving from here, Caster cast a spell to the faraway Emiya house and controlled my body. The word witch pops into my head. Yeah, that'd be right. If she can control a magus's body from a distance of a few kilometers, does it not mean that Caster can control everyone in this town from here? I mean, I don't know. My spirits weaken. As the magic is complete, there's no way I can dispel it. I can't do anything unless Caster releases me, or I get some outside help. And cue Archer.
理解できて。あなたを縛っているのは私の魔力ではなく、
Archer?
魔術そのもの。一度成立した魔術は魔力という水では洗い流せない。液体と固体のようなものよ。形を得たものに水をかけてもその形は崩れないでしょ。
The shadow steps closer to me. The bluish purple robe melting into the night is smiling.
けれど例外もあるわ。例えばそうね、あなたたちが編み上げた魔術など、私にしてみれば泥の建造物に過ぎない。
Oh, well, it's lovely.
そんなもの、かける水流が多く激しければ形になっていようと簡単に洗い流せる。理解できて？私とあなたたちの違いはそういう次元の話なのよ。
I mean, that's just, well, I mean, I guess even human media would probably be quite a bit ahead of current Magi. Maybe? Probably? No. I don't know.
いや、それでわざわざこんなところまで呼びつけたわけか。
ええ、マスターたちは皆小物だけど、その中でもあなたは飛び抜けて力不足でしたから。
Weaker than Shinji? I just feel insulted.
何しろ町の人間たちと変わらない高魔力ですもの。そんなマスターを見つけたら、こうして話をしたくなるのは当然でしょ。
I talk? What do you mean talk? She smiles. She shows superiority as if I'm her prey. A chill runs through me. Don't lie about wanting to talk to me. She's ready to kill me at any moment.
ほらまた誤解。安心なさい。殺してしまっては魔力を吸い上げられないわ。
I mean, I guess.
この町の人間は皆私のものですからね。
Yeah. So yeah, I'm curious about that. Was magic just inherently stronger during the Age of Gods and Fate universe? That's kind of what it makes it seem like. But like without like the gods like managing all that, it did like magic just, or yeah, did magic just get weaker, or huh?
殺さない程度に生かし続けて、最後の一滴まで差し出してもらわないと。
Because mystery was much stronger, all divine beasts and gods existing. Oh. Her laugh echoes in my ears. So it was more of a like a belief thing. Like if people believed in magecraft, it was stronger. So like, I know I hate making references like this, but like in the Percy Jackson universe, right? The gods are around because there are still people who believe, but their power gets weaker throughout the years, and they move their, location of power. Like in the Percy Jackson universe, they're above Manhattan and not Mount Olympus. It's just kind of like that, sort of, where it's like, I don't know. That's probably a really bad comparison, but a missing piece fits inside my head. Did she just say she'll suck up all the magical energy from the people in this town? Yeah.
キャスター、お前無関係な人間に手を出しただ。
あら、知らなかったの？あの小娘と手を組んだのだから当然知っているものと思っていたけど。そう。
What?
まだ知らなかったのね、あなた。
Caster smiles even more. It seems like she's pondering how to kill her prey. I mean, probably.
なら教えてあげる。私、キャスターのサーバントには陣地を作る権利があるのよ。魔術師は工房を持つものでしょ？それと同じよ。
Yeah, makes sense.
私はこの場所に神殿を作ってあなたたちから身を守る。幸いこの土地はサーバントにとって鬼門ですからね。陣地としては優れているし、何より魔力を集めやすい。初めはあまりにもあなたたちの魔力が少なくて加減がつかなかったけれど、 今は程よく集められるわ。ほら見えるでしょ。この土地にたまった数百人分の魔力の貯蔵、うぞうむぞうの人のかけらが。
じゃあ街で起きてる事件は
Her
お
doing
前
it.
が。
ええ、ここは私の神殿だと言ったでしょ。なら供物を捧げるのは下界でうごめく人間たちの使命ではなくて。
Caster, sacrifices haven't been a thing. Well, I guess they are still a thing in some places, but like whatever. The strange coma incidents happening in town. I thought there weren't that many victims, but she just said hundreds of people. When I strain my eyes, it looks like the swirl of magical energy in this place is made of more than 1,000 souls.
キャスター
I concentrate all my will into my limbs. But there's no change, and Caster's standing there as if to make fun of me.
さあ、それでは話を済ませてしまいましょうか。
Yes, let's.
あなたもずっとそうしているのは退屈でしょ。
I mean, a little bit. She whispers into my ear. At the same time, the enemy I couldn't see fills my vision.
セイバーのマスター、あなたからはそのレイジをもらってあげるわ。
Okay.
セイバーは消すには惜しいサーバントですもの。彼女にはあの目障りなバーサーカーを倒してもらうとしましょう。
Caster raises her arm. Her fingers are going for my arm.
レイジを奪うだと。
You know, Archer, now would be a real good time to, step in. Is that possible? Yeah. I think Tosika said that one needs to pull out the nerves along with the command spell.
そうよ。まずはその皮を剥いで、それからレイジを私のマスターに移植する。
I would prefer my skin stay intact, personally speaking.
けれどレイジは所有者の魔術回路と一体化しているでしょ。レイジを剥奪するということはあなたから神経を引き抜くということでもあるわ。
Caster says so as if it's nothing at all. Pull out my nerves? She'll take all the nerves in my body? Damn it! I'll feel nothing when he jacks off now. Son of a bitch. Caster, you devious devil woman. If she does that, I'll never be able to get off again.
ええ、正常ではいられなくなるでしょうね。けれど安心なさい。命まで取りはしないから。
That's the worst kind of hell. I desperately put power into my limbs, but they don't even twitch. My limbs won't move, and I'm like a prisoner about to be executed. A bewitching smile. The glowing fingers reach out from my left hand like a crawling spider. Archer? Mo daijoubu. Just waiting for hello? Hello? We literally just met Caster. Why is there nothing here? Like, who did we get? How long has it taken her to notice that something is wrong? She wakes up to a strange feeling and goes out into the hallway.
Shirou.
She first thinks that the feeling might be coming from her master. It is because the strange feeling is coming from Emiya Shirou's room.
まったくまだ魔術の鍛錬をしているのですか。
No. The golden-haired girl, Saber, sighs. It's good that he's enthusiastic, but he'll collapse unless he rests while he can. And when she decides to go warn him, she realizes her own mistake. She gasps after confirming it. The strange feeling isn't coming from Shirou's room. Under the moonlight, a string, thin as her hair, runs through the darkness. The string is going into Shirou's room from outside. A thin string that even the boundary field here did not catch. There's no time to think. The girl turns into a knight in an instant and runs outside. Fly, Saber, fly! She runs through the empty town. There's no hesitation in Saber as she runs. She knows where she must go. She only needs to follow the string, the beat of her master. The only thing she has to do is run as fast as she can. It makes no difference whether her destination is the enemy's territory, nor how many traps might await her. She has sworn to protect her master, so anything that might befall her is negligible. It's a mountain stained with vast amounts of magical energy. Ghosts of the dead are flying above like crows, and the trees are covered with invisible blood. The collected magical energy, the stolen souls, remains here, and the mountain should consume anyone that may approach it. If there is such a thing as a place to die, this place is a perfect example. She goes in without hesitation. She had no intention to stop from the start. If this place is hell, she has to save her master all the more. She runs up the stone stairs. The traps she had anticipated are not there. The mountain gate is within her view, and she should reach it with one more kick from her magical energy-filled legs. But her advance stops right there. No, it is stopped by the enemy. Hey man, what's up? On the stairs leading to the mountain gate stands a servant. His name is Sasaki Kojiro. Servant assassin, the protector of the Ryudo Temple, wielding the longsword Monohoshi's Monohoshizao. Saber's mind is disturbed as she readies certain visible air. Her master is on the other side of that mountain gate, but the servant in front of her is way too strange. He reveals his true name willingly. He doesn't have a stance, and his cool enmity is transparent. She cannot figure out his power because of his transparency. She can see his power as a servant. Assassin is not a strong servant. Click!
貴様に用はない。そこをどけ、アサシン。
Is not a strong servant, so it should be easy to defeat him. But her instincts are telling her something different. That she cannot beat him in a normal duel. She suppresses the strange unease and glares at Assassin. There's only one more step until they're both within range. Up or down. If either one moves, a fatal attack should be executed.
聞こえなかったのか。どけと言ったのだ、アサシン。
Well, he can't. Her final warning. The swordsman with a long sword calmly responds to her words.
そうか。この門を通りたいのだな、セイバー。
I mean, yeah. That'd be ideal. Her green eyes glare at assassin for asking such a foolish question. He must like the answer. The long sword dances through the night in an arc.
ならば押し通れ。急がねば、お前の主人とやらの命はないぞ。
He laughs in a cool manner.
アサシン。
Saber charges in reply. The long sword comes down at her the same moment, and she repels it with her invisible sword. The clash of the swords echoes through the summit. Their powers are equal, but that's not an advantage for her. So, it kind of makes it seem like Sasaki Kojiro is actually probably, like, in terms of actual strength, stronger than the true assassin. So it's actually very fortunate that he couldn't leave the skate area. Because if he was able to actually work in tandem with Caster, I mean, obviously he wouldn't like it, but he has to follow her orders. That would have been extremely scary to deal with. She's impatient. The enemy she must quickly defeat is a strong one that would be hard to beat even without any time constraints.
シロ、どうか。
She grits her teeth in praise. That opening, that excess part of her is permeating her body. The battle doesn't end. The mountain gate is too far away. Oh no. Archer, buddy, I need you. I want you. Caster extends her finger. Yeah, I don't think Shirou wants to get fingered right now, Caster. I want to fight back, but my body won't move. My limbs can't move freely, and my senses are being taken away, and I'm sure she'll eliminate me.
さよなら坊や。悔やむのなら、その程度の力量でマスターになったことを悔やみなさい。
Well, okay. My body doesn't move and accepts the finger of death. Man. Don't you hate when a girl pulls never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I resist the urge to close my eyes and keep glaring at Caster.
あらいい子ね。そういう頑張りは嫌いではありませんよ。
Caster sneers at my resistance and puts her finger on my command spell. Even my free will is numbing. In my fading consciousness. Clang. I hear a sound like crashing swords from the other side of the mountain gate. Huh? What kind of a miracle is it? It's that boy. I hear tens of sounds cutting through air, and numerous arrows pierce the ground in front of me. Castor instantly retreats, her robe fluttering behind her. There are arrows pierced in the ground in front of Castor. 13 arrows were shot from above. They were probably all shot at the same time, and I'm sure it would have gotten Castor if there had been one more arrow. The owner of the arrows is standing on top of the mountain gate. The knight in red jumps down to the ground empty-handed.
とうに命はないと思ったが、存外にしぶといのだな。
Thanks? The man, Archer, says so while standing in front of me as if to protect me from Castor.
お前、なんで
We have a truce?
何？ただの通りがかりだ。あまり気にするな。で、体はどうだ？キャスターの糸なら、今ので立ったはずだが。
After he says so, I check my hand. It moves. Yes, it still has jacking ability. My frozen body has its freedom returned with just one attack by Archer.
動く。キャスターの呪縛は解けた。けど、
それは結構。あとは好きにしろ。と言いたいところだが、あれに殺されたくなければ、しばらくそこから動かぬことだ。あまり考えなしに動くと。
If I move recklessly, what?
アーチャーですって？アサシンめ何をしていたの？
He's dealing with the more pressing. Well, actually, man, it's so hard to say. Like I really wish we could get to see full power Archer, but we never get to. That's why I have mentioned this like a million times, but that's like one of the big reasons I want to watch the 06 Stay Night, just so I can see full power Archer versus Berserker. That's one of two reasons. That and Saber vs Rider. That's it. Those are the only reasons why.
そら、見ての通り、八つ当たりを食らうことになる。女の劇場というのは、なかなかに凝しがたい。まったく、少しばかり手荒いことになりそうだ。
Archer laughs. I can't tell how serious he is.
さて、そう怒るなキャスター。アサシンならば、セイバーと対峙している。あの侍、何者かは知らんが、セイバーを押しとどめるとは大した剣豪だ。むしろ褒めてやるべきではないか？
She wouldn't do that. Even though he's facing his enemy, there's no tension in Archer. Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know, man. The fact that taking out 6 of Berserker's lives is pretty impressive, even if it's mainly him doing long-range attacks by flinging swords at him. But, you know, I don't know. Also, just my own curiosity, right? In Stay Night, do we get to see, like, you know what Shirou does in Sparks Line High with Concho and Bakia? You know, the, like, pushing them to their, like, maximum? Do we see that? Did you see that in Stay Night in the Berserker fight? Or is it just him flinging swords at Berserker and that's it? Because, like, I really want to see Archer. The Kappa. Okay, god damn it. Son of a bitch. I can't tell if that's a serious yes or not because, god damn it. I'm gonna have to watch it soon, man. Even though it's 15 centimeters on tension and Archer. Yeah, okay. Castor must have noticed that as well, as she regains her calm.
ふざけたことを。あなたを止められないようでは英雄などとは呼べない。あの男、剣豪を名乗らせるには実力不足です。
He's going toe to toe. He's literally going toe to toe with the servant you feel can beat Berserker. Like, what else do you want from him? Like, what? But so obviously we compared it with the novel depicts, and Sag.
ほう、その言いぶり。アサシンが自分の仲間だとでも言いたげだが、やはり協力し合っているのか、君たちのマスターは。
Not cool. I mean, technically yes, but
そうでなくてはこの状況に説明がつかん。一つの場所に二人のサーバントが今日構えるなどとな。
Castor is staring at Archer silently. I can't see her expression behind the robe, but it seems she's bewildered. Yeah. Man. I really wish Ufotable would change their mind and actually... Like, okay, it wouldn't even have to be Ufotable, right? Like, there's plenty of good studios that do action anime. Like, would Ufotable be ideal? Yes. But, like, you have... I mean, I know it's not Kyoto Animation's, like, forte, but the very few action shows they've done are incredible. Like, Kyoani would be great. Madhouse would be great. Madhouse A team, not the B team that does some other shows. I mean, they're still alright, but like you want the A team that did season 1 of One Punch Man. Like, I was gonna say JC staff, but actually, no. Like, don't get me wrong, I love JC staff, but their style is really not suited for action at all. It just... this... Yeah. They also did, Beyond the Boundary. Oh, wait, no, not Beyond the Boundary, wait. It's Beyond the Boundary, right? Hang on. Beyond the... Yeah. They did Beyond... They, Kyokai no Kanata. Like, that was incredible. Yeah. Like, they did a couple of the Inuyasha movies, I think. Like, I don't think they did the actual series for Inuyasha, but they did a couple of the movies.
ああ、じゃあ今の本当か。アサシンとキャスターのマスターが協力し合ってるって。
ああ、門の外を守るアサシンと門の内に潜むキャスター、この両者が協力関係なのは明白だろう。
Yes and no, Archer.
マスター同士が協力し合うのも珍しいことではない。現にお前とリンとで手を結んでいる。
She's got a point. He's right now that he mentions it. Then that means there are two masters here? Well, yes and no.
何を言い出すかと思えば随分と的外れなことを言うのね、あーちゃん。
うん。なんだ、違ったか。参ったな。 君たちが仲間だというのは確信だったのだが。
I mean, they are. Yeah. I feel, because I remember recently going through Kiwani's, like, wiki page, and I thought I saw, like, Inuyasha Movie 3 on there for some reason. And, yeah.
ええ、見当違いも甚だしいわ。仲間ですって？私があの犬と協力し合う？私の手駒に過ぎないあの男と？
Her laugh is so unsuitable that the tense atmosphere disperses. In contrast, Archer is gritting his teeth. I sensed something that wasn't there before. It's not Caster's enmity, nor the magical energy surrounding this place. For the first time since he came to this place, Archer is showing his enmity.
そう、あなたの予感は正しいですよ、アーチャー。私のマスターは誰とも手を組んでなどいないし、アサシンのマスターも同じ。
Yeah.
いいえ、そもそもアサシンにマスターなど存在しないのですからね。
Assassin doesn't have a master? What does that mean? Every servant needs a master to exist. Yeah. Weren't they supposed to disappear if they didn't have a supply of magical energy from their master?
キャスター、貴様、ルールを破ったな。
まさかルールを破ってなどいませんわ。だってサーバントを呼び出すのは魔術師でしょ。ならキャスターである私がサーバントを呼び出して何の不都合があるのです。
Fair point, I guess. The witch in the black robe laughs. That means servant assassin is a heroic spirit summoned by Caster.
サーバントを操るサーバントか。なるほど。ならばこその架空の英雄か。
I mean, you could say all heroes who don't have like, you know, like it's debatable. I mean, like a lot of heroes exist only in myth and fiction, right? Yet they're still apparently real in the eyes of fate. So it's like,
まっとうなマスターに呼び出されなかったアサシンは、本来呼ばれるべき暗殺者以外のものをアサシンにしてしまった。それは構わん。元となる英霊が誰であろうと、敵は倒すのみ。だが、それは貴様の独断ではないのか、キャスター。
聞きましょう。なぜそのような結論が出せるのです、アーチャー。
何？ただの直感だよ。マスターとは魔術師だ。その魔術師が自分より優れた魔術師を使い魔にした場合、そこにあるのはただの主従関係ではあるまい。マスターが自身より優れたキャスターを警戒するのは当然だ。私が貴様のマスターであるのなら、魔女に自由など与えない。マスター本人ではなく、貴様だけの手足となるサーバントの召喚など強化するはずがない。
I mean, yeah, but like, it's a bit of a man. This war was really weird, huh? Like, Shirou summoned by accident. Kuzuki was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll help you," whatever. Like this war had a lot of weird circumstances.
それなりの知恵は働くようですね、アーチャー。いいわ。その賢さに免じて今の暴言は聞き流しましょう。
What, calling you a witch? Caster stares at Archer as she laughs. There's only enmity between the two now. They're about 7 meters apart. With the charge that Archer showed at school, he should be able to slash Caster even before she can finish casting a spell.
納得がいった。セイバーやランサー、ライダーは強力な対魔力を持っている。ここの男の高魔力など比べ物にならない。次元違いの対魔力だ。
That would include yourself, wouldn't it? Seeing as how you are hit, okay.
彼らにはあらゆる魔術が効きづらい。故に魔術師である君では彼らに太刀打ちできない。となれば策略に走るのは当然だったな。ルールを破り自らの手でアサシンのサーバントを呼ぶ。この土地に今日構え町の人間から魂を収集する。
Yeah.
自らは戦わず町中に張った目で戦況を把握する。これだけのことをするのだ。当然自分のマスターは拘束しているのだろうな。ここの間抜けなマスターのようにとっくに操り人形というわけだ。
But we're not a puppet. Right? Right? Maybe? She smiles. That sends a chill up my spine. She's not only collecting magical energy from the people in town, she's even treating her master as an object, like she treated me. Not quite. Caster's dangerous. She's not a pure threat like Berserker, but she's the most troublesome enemy as she worsens the situation without showing herself.
ええ、あなたは正しいわ、アーチャー。けれど私があなたたちにかなわないというのは間違いよ。聖杯戦争に勝つことなんて簡単ですもの。
Is it now?
私が手を尽くしているのは単にその後を考えているだけ。あなたたちを恐れて策を浪しているわけではないわ。
ほう。サーバントを倒すのはたやすいと言ったな、キャスター。逃げ回るだけが取り柄の魔女がよく言った。
言ったわ。ここなら私は誰よりも強いもの。バーサーカーやセイバーならいざ知らず、アーチャー程度ではかすり傷さえ負わせられないでしょう。
We'll see about that.
それよりあなたの方こそ逃げる算段を立てなさい。一度目は許した。けれど二度目はなくてよ。私を魔女と呼んだ者には相応の罰を与えます。
Caster's robe distorts. The magical energy in the air becomes a dense fog and covers Caster's body. With it in front of him.
面白い。かすり傷さえ負わぬと言ったな。
Archer murmurs in delight.
ええ、あなたでは私に触れることさえできないでしょう。
Caster. I think you're underestimating him just a little bit. Just a tad.
The black shadow answers. The knight in red laughs.
では一撃だけ。それで無理ならあとはセイバーに任せよう。
He sprints like the wind to Caster. The red shadow runs. I don't know when he got them, but in Archer's hands are those weapons, those twin swords. She wasn't expecting an archer to run at her, I suppose. He does not allow any time for spellcasting. Archer closes in on Caster even even before she can raise her hand. And he slashes Caster in half with his swords. The robe, cut in half, scatters in the wind. Archer appears disappointed, standing in front of the enemy he slashed so easily. It must be because it was so easy. No. She talked so big, yet she lost without even attacking him once. Anybody would lose their spirit. No, I don't think that's it. Archer is still holding onto his swords. His red clothing. His black and white short swords are beautiful, and they captivate me. This is strange. Am I captivated by those swords? Those twin swords. They must be great swords with history, but I feel no malice from them. Noble phantasms are excellent weapons, so it's natural that they are beautiful. If I could see Saber's sword, I bet it would be magnificent. But they're not like that. Fighting spirit that intends to beat others. Desire to be famous. Competitive spirit that tries to beat another weapon. Faith to accomplish some great deed. The sense of purpose found in famous swords and demonic swords is not in these. They were made because somebody wanted to make them. Unrefined twin swords made without a will, as if to question the meaning of the swordsmith. I think those are swords like that. So, yeah, this Concho and Baki are pretty much just a reflection of Archer / Shirou. Mirrored swords without vanity. Black and white. Strange swords that represent yin and yang. I'm captivated because their existence is just too beautiful. Caster's slashed body disappears. As Archer starts to put his weapons away after seeing it.
残念ね、アーチャー。あなたが本当にその程度だったなんて。
Caster's voice echoes through the empty temple. Archer jumps. This is exactly what happened here a while ago. The light bolts appear from the sky to pierce Archer. And Archer knocks them down with his swords. No. This isn't like before. The ground is scorching red. The magical energy in that small light is about 3 times my full magical energy. Even Archer would have had his body blown away if he took a direct hit. I look up. There's no moon, and seas of clouds are drifting through the night sky. The black magus floats in the middle, as if reigning over the heavens.
空間転移か固有実制御か。どちらにせよ、この境内ならば魔法の真似事さえ可能ということか。
Cast a rainbow Batman? Maybe. I mean, her cape definitely looks like Batman. Like, hang on. Yeah, I'm too lazy. But it definitely kind of looks like Batman's cape a little bit.
見直したよ、キャスター。いや、大口を叩くだけはある。
Archer readies his sword, so looking up at Caster.
そうですか。私は見下げ果てたわ、アーチャー。使えると思って試してみたけど、 結果がこれではアサシン以下よ。
But I mean, you're probably judging him a little bit early.
耳に痛いな。次があるのならもう少し気を利かせるが。
まさか愚か者に次などありません。
He's no fool. Oh, actually, he's Shirou, so I guess he is a fool.
あなたはここで消えなさい、アーチャー。
Doubt. Archer starts off. He sprints to get away from Caster, to get out of this place.
逃げ切れると思って。
Yes? Caster moves her wand. After the wand targets Art. That's a staff, not a wand. What? That is way too long to be considered a wand. Something ridiculous happens before me. Nobody can hear me say no way. Caster's attack is a rain without pause. The shooting lights are no different from a bombing raid. Each magic is a deadly attack, and Caster is shooting them off like rain. I may be an amateur, but even I can understand how ridiculous this magic is. That's more like great magic. To activate it, one needs a simple magic circle and a 10 count, a spell casting of more than 10 verses. Because great magic is strong, casting it takes time. A normal magus would take about a minute to cast such a big magic. Even a magus that can use high-speed casting would take 30 seconds or so. But she did it in an instant. She didn't even cast a spell, but just pointed her wand, and she's shooting them off in rapid succession. I can't even think of someone who could compare with her.
A ランクの魔術をここまで連発するとは、よほど魔力を溜め込んだな。
I mean, you're still alive, so you know, can't have been that impressive. He must not be able to avoid them anymore. As he runs, we're deflecting him with the swords. Archer tries to run out of the temple, but he changes his course midway.
マルケ貴様、いつまでそこに突っ立っている
Right? Shirou's just like, holy fuck. Archer charges at me with a scary expression. That makes me realize the place I'm standing isn't safe at all now. Yeah, I'm already in the range of the shooting lights.
なんだってこんな手間を
Archer comes at me. The instant I tried to avoid him by jumping back, my body is flying through the air. I try to shake him off in reflex. He's helping you, okay? I can't believe it. Archer's running while carrying me?
おろせバカ、何考えてんだお前。
Not letting you get murdered. That's what he's thinking.
知るものか。いいから黙っていろ。お前に言われると自分のバカさ加減に頭を痛めるわ。バカが。
Yeah.
バカ？お前、自分がバカだって分かってるのに、人のことバカ呼ばわりするのかよ。バカ。
Man. I really wish Shirou and Archer had gotten to talk more after Archer gave up in his fight against Shirou and UBW. Like, they would have been so hilarious to watch talk.
えい、ガキガキ様。バカでガキとはもはや手がつけられん。せめてどちらかに決めておけ、タケメ。
Archer must be frantic, as his words make no sense. I've been saved by him, but I just can't accept this.
いいから話せ。
No, more than that. I can't stand to be a burden on him. Archer should have been able to escape by now if he were by himself. But the exit is farther now that he came to save me. He must be an easy target for Castor. She's above us. Yeah.
アーチャー、聞いてるのか、お前。そうか、なら遠慮はいらんな。
Then, Archer suddenly kicks me off of him. My body hits the ground. Hey, I can actually hear myself think now. Cool. He must have kicked me hard, as I fly at least 5 meters. Well, Lancer kicked us 10 meters.
Damn it!
I bear my pain and get back up. Archer has stopped. The shooting lights have stopped as well. The only thing here is the freezing air.
あいつ。
I finally notice. Archer's surroundings have stopped, as if everything is frozen. So I never thought about it. Is this him activating his reality marble? Because, like, we don't know what it looks like to other people on the outside when... No? Okay. Because, like, yeah, because we've never seen what the outside of the reality marble looks like when it's used.
Keep はどうかしら、アーチャー。いかに三騎士といえど、空間そのものを固定化されていては動けないのではなくて。
Castor sounds as if she's already won. Archer doesn't move at all, and maybe he can't even talk.
どうやらこれで爪のようね。外にはセーバーもいることですし、これ以上あなたにかける時間はないわ。どこの英雄だったかは知らないけど、これでお別れよ、あっちゃ。
Castor raises her left arm. Her hand shoots a bullet of light. But right before that, Archer murmurs something.
何かしら、あっちゃ。命乞いなら聞いてあげても。
と言ったのだ、キャスター。
He sounds irritated. When I try hard to catch his voice.
たわけ、かわせと言ったのだ、キャスター。
Archer jumps as he yells. He must have broken the frozen space with his powers. Archer disappears from our vision, leaving a sound like breaking glass behind him. Yeah, I mean, he can probably do what Shirou can, right? And use the strengthening magic to make his limbs stronger? Maybe, right? Because Shirou's mentioned doing that before. So, I would imagine Archer could probably do that as well. Yeah.
何よバカな。
Caster is perplexed by Archer's scream. And to the right and left of her, a white and black light are aiming for Caster. Caster's robe is cut off. It must be because Caster reacted to Archer's yell, as she manages to narrowly avoid the attacks. It doesn't need to be said, but the things attacking her are Archer's twin swords. At that instant, I completely forgot that he did this. Archer threw his swords right before he kicked me and fell into Caster's spell. The cast swords made an arc and attacked Caster in the sky.
さすがアーチャーってところか。ってあいつどこに。
Good question. I'm just speechless for sure this time. It must be the same for Caster. The knight in red already has Caster in a checkmate. He has his knee on the ground and is readying a bow towards the sky. His target is Caster. Do we ever find out whose bow Archer uses? Or is that one that just is given to him that he makes himself, or that he makes himself? Oh. I don't think I ever looked at this. Does this show up in Fate Root? Because I do not remember seeing this in the weapon menu. Something you modify from just normal, oh, okay. It does, okay. Because, like, I feel like I would have remembered seeing this if it was there. Huh. His target is Caster. And the arrow on it is the demonic sword that shot Berserker.
I am the bone of my soul.
Archer's voice shakes the air. Caster casts a spell in a rush. Seeing it, Archer shoots his arrow. Is that his noble phantasm? Well, I mean, no. no. The arrow distorts space itself. Okay, so I assume Archer has the same constraints as Shirou, right? Where it takes a lot more power to make a noble phantasm than it is to make a regular weapon. I would assume so, right? The arrow distorts space itself. Archer's bow she came from when he was alive, made of the same material as his black mantle. And Fate's. Oh. Oh. Is that in any media, or is that like lore that like Nasu put out? Because I actually kind of want to look at that. That was just lore that was spoken. Okay. I'll have to look at that at some point. Caster's moaning fills the air. Got you, base. The storm-like arrow has easily penetrated Caster's defense. Damn. Penetrating her protection, huh? Guessing from that distortion in space, I bet Castor would have been twisted along with space itself, even if Castor had transported herself. But Castor's still alive. Her black robe is scattered, and the body underneath the robe is cut up. Castor is using all her magical energy to heal herself, but I'm sure she would have died instantly if it were a direct hit. Someone else explaining this question later. Okay. I assume by that you mean Tsukihime? Or maybe Fate Extra? Because I have that ready to go as well. That's right. Archer's arrow didn't hit her. The arrow was shot into space far from Castor, and she had her protection destroyed by the after effect. The arrow missed. No, that's wrong. Well, I mean, it has VN qualities in some areas. Sort of, not really. Okay, yeah, you're right. No, that's wrong. It didn't miss. It missed on purpose. I don't know what his intentions are. It was a big chance, but Archer missed Castor on purpose. Silence returns to the temple. Yeah, and that's Archer setting up his going over to her side. In front of me are Archer and Castor, who's glaring at Archer. It must have been a lot for him, as I only feel weak magical energy from Archer now. And that goes for Castor as well. Even though it didn't hit her, Archer's shot has taken away most of Castor's body and her magical energy. Even if there's a big pool of magical energy here, it's meaningless if what collects the energy, Castor, is damaged. Castor comes down without spirit. She managed to deform her body, but there's nothing inside. It should be impossible for her to continue fighting. Castor watches us while breathing heavily. I don't know why, but she's looking at both the servant that brought her down and at me. Did Castor figure it out? Did she figure out who Archer was? No. Like, yeah, like with this, right? Like, it's like... Because there's nothing, like, explicitly saying anything, you just see her staring in their direction, right? So, like, you can't really tell anything from that, but, like, looking at this, it's like... She kind of knew, maybe not knew, but... Huh.
アーチャー、今の一撃、なぜ外したのです？
She asks in a weak voice. Archer shrugs as if saying that question is a wonder itself.
いや、試すのは一撃だけと言っただろう。初めの一撃はかわされたからな。その後はただのおまけだ。なんだ、それともまさか約束を違えても当ててほしかったのか？
He says such a ridiculous thing.
では私を殺す気はなかったと？
I guess so.
つい挑発に乗っただけだ。私の目的はそこの男にあったからな。他のサーバントと戦うなど予定にはなかった。
Okay. He certainly didn't have any will to fight from the beginning.
そうどうやら私と戦いに来たというわけではなかったよね、アーチャー。
No.
ああ、そこの男が腰抜けなのと同じでね。不必要な戦いは避けるのが主義だ。
Wait. Way to drop some more hints, Archer.
剣を取るときは必勝の好機であり、必殺を誓ったときのみだ。意味のない殺生は苦手でな。
What's so funny? Caster laughs from the bottom of her heart.
そうならあなたたちは似た者同士ということ？
Yeah.
Huh?
We reply in unison. Alike? Me and Archer? What makes her say that?
違うのかしら。あなたたちは無益な殺生が嫌なのでしょ。そこの坊やは私のような無関係な人間を糧にするサーバントが許せない。あなたは無意味な殺戮は好まない。ほら全く同じじゃない。だから手を組んでいるのではなくて？
どうしてそんなふざけた結論になる？お前目が腐ってるぞ。誰がこんなやつと一緒なもんか。
Oh, Shirou. Shirou.
同感だ。平和主義者なのは同じだが、根本が大きく異なる。厄介事は早めに片付けるのが私の方針だ。
Like attempting to stop a reckless idiot from turning himself into a counter guardian? That kind of problem?
この男のようにいつまでも悩んだりはしない。
何が平和主義者だ。俺は忘れてないぞ。お前はバーサーカーと一緒にセイバーを狙ったんだ。セイバー一人に戦わせてシブは安全なところにいたくせに。
What?
仕方なかろう。あの時はまだ共闘関係ではなかった。セイバーの安全よりバーサーカーを倒すことが優先されただけだ。それとも何か目に映るもの全てを助けろなどというのではあるまいな。ならばバーサーカーとて倒す対象にはならないか。
Good point, I guess. We glare at one another. Man, I just can't get along with him. Why does everything he say gets on my nerves? He says gets on my nerves. Why does everything he says get on my nerves? Oh yeah, she knows. Then Caster laughs even more seeing us like this. To be fair, would you be able to get along with yourself realistically, right? Like if there is a second me, I'd like honestly, I'd probably want to punch myself in the face. Like, you fucking idiot, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? So, you know, I feel like this is a very, very realistic way of showing that there's the same person. You know, obviously one's a little old, like mature and jaded, but deep down, you know.
気に入ったわ。あなたたちは力もそのあり方も希少よ。
Yeah, she 100% knows. Like, there's like the way she's talking I feel like she has more than a hunch, or I guess it's not confirmed, so it's still a hunch. But she has a very firm hunch. Like, she's confident in the hunch. 100%.
敵に回してしまうのは惜しい。
Huh? I tilt my head in wonder. Archer looks away from me and glares at Caster.
ちょっと待て。何が言いたいんだお前。
わからない？私と手を組みなさいと言っているのよ。
Well, we can't have like a four-way alliance. That wouldn't really work. Because like after we take out the other three, then what?
私なら今のパートナーより優れたものを用意できるわ。坊やにはセイバー以上のサーバントを。
What, like Berserker?
アーチャーは今のマスターより優れた魔術師と契約できる。
Or are you saying that My mind freezes. I question her sanity for asking such a question.
悪い話ではないはずよ。私にはこの戦いを終わらせる用意がある。言ったでしょ？勝つことなんてたやすいと。
Why is Steam randomly opening? What? No, I don't want to download an update right now. Go away.
どう？生き残りたいのなら私に従うべきじゃなくて？
So, basically what I'm getting from this is she wants to be in a Shirou sandwich. That's all I'm getting from this. Like, is it just me? Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen a doujin of that, but with Rin instead. I mean, what? No, I did. What? I didn't say. Yeah, no. What did I say? Oh, when did we get to this screen? I think I lost like 10 minutes of my life. Huh. I don't even need to think about it. I decided to fight since I want to stop people like her who would involve innocent people. So I can never accept her offer.
断る。俺はお前みたいな魔女とは手を組まない。
And you call her a witch. Okay, well. I declare so. This is a natural response. Yeah. I can't cooperate with this servant, and more than anything, we won't betray our partners. I'll be fighting with Saber, and Archer will not do anything to betray Tosca. Really? Won't he now? Wait. Why is he silent?
おい、あーちゃん、お前。
拒否する。君の力を借りる理由がない。
That's a red flag.
それ以前に君の陣営はいささか戦力不足だ。いかに勢力を伸ばそうとバーサーカー一人に及ばない。まだ組みするほどの条件ではないな。
I sigh with relief. I had a bad feeling, but he's not like that. I hate him, but he's still firm on his beliefs.
そう。交渉は決裂ということ。
そうだ。だがここで君と戦う気はない。この場に居合わせたのは私の独断でね。マスターの命令ではないから君を撃つ理由はない。
I doubt my own ears. Did he just say he would let Caster go?
意外ね。あなたのマスターは私を追っていたでしょ？なのにあなたは私を見逃すというの？
I mean,
ああ、 お前がここで何人殺そうが知らん。それは私には預かり知らぬことだ。
Archer?
あら、ひどい男。毒は使いようということ？
私のマスターはマスター殺しに精力的でなくてね。その分お前が他のマスターを潰してくれるのなら何かと助かる。この戦いの決着はその後でも遅くはあるまい。
I mean, that's not a horrible plan. Castor must have accepted it as she turns around.
待て、キャスター。
I run to Castor, who's about to disappear. But Archer stops me.
バカか貴様。追えば確実に死ぬぞ。
Yeah, but you won't. He sounds calm. It's so true that I want to vomit from anger. I stop. Castor's black robe flutters in the wind and disappears. Okay, what weapons did we get an update on? This is said to be the demonic sword possessed by the hero of Ireland, Fergus, but as the two in the name suggests, it is a different weapon from Fergus' sword, and Archer has applied improvements particular to himself. It's a noble phantasm considered the natural enemy of Cuchulainn, the great hero of Celtic myth. If the wielder of Gladbolg is Ulster-born, Cuchulainn has a duty to be defeated once by the sword due to his geas. Huh. Castor's disappeared. Only Archer and I remain here. His figure just gets on my nerves. Alright, shouldn't we go help Saber? Is Fergus Ku's father? Because someone commented that on YouTube, but I looked into it and it says someone different. Archer has saved me twice already. Castor would have taken my command spell without him, and I'm sure I would have died from that rain of light. But this is different. I can't forgive him for letting Castor go.
アーチャー、なんでキャスターを逃がした？
You know, agendas.
戦う時ではなかったからだ。ここで切り伏せたところで、あれはスー様逃げおせただろう。今の空間転移、見逃したわけではあるまい。
That's certainly true. We wouldn't be able to get Castor if she really wanted to get away. After all, this is her territory. It's that witch. Even if she may have been weak, I'm sure she had at least one or two more tricks left up her sleeve.
理解できたらしいな。キャスターを倒すのならマスターが先なのだ。いかに空間を飛んで逃れようが、よりしろであるマスターが倒されれば、キャスターとて
Yeah, but
消えざるを得ないからな。
I'm not gonna do that though. Going after the master and not the servant. That's the correct and the safest approach to the Holy Grail War.
それは分かってる。けど、だからって見逃すのか。街で起きてる事件は全部あいつの仕業なんだろう。キャスターを止めない限り犠牲者は出続ける。俺はそんなのを放っておくなんてできない。
なぜ？お前自身が傷つくことではあるまい。 むしろ奴にはこのまま続けてもらいたいぐらいだ。キャスターは人々から正気を吸い上げ、その力でバーサーカーを倒す。私たちはその後でキャスターを倒せばいい。
I don't know about that.
私とリンはキャスターは倒せるが、バーサーカーには及ばないのでな。バーサーカーを倒すまでキャスターには好きにさせておくさ。
My head heats up. I get so pissed off that I want to punch Archer.
ふざけるな。遠坂、そんな方針は取らない。
そうだな。だからこそキャスターには手早くことを済ませてほしいものだ。リンがキャスターに追いつけば対決は避けられない。その前にキャスターがバーサーカーを退治してくれれば理想的だ。
Yeah, but ideal things never work out or never happen. Well, I mean sometimes, but rarely.
何人犠牲になるかは知らんが、それでバーサーカーが倒せるのならば安いものだろう。
That's gonna piss Shirou off.
人間など結局は死ぬ生き物。誰にどう殺されようが結果的には変わるまい。
Here we go.
キャスターも手ぬるい。いっそ魔力だけでなく命まで奪ってしまえばよいもの。町中の人間が死に絶えれば少しは戦いやすくなる。私のマスターも根は甘いからな。そうなればもはやなりふりなどに構ってはいられまい。
The knight in red states with a smile. Oh boy. He says it with delight. That the people here are only a bother. He's saying the same thing Castor said.
ああ、お前も知っての通り、リンは形式にこだわるタイプでね。魔術師としては申し分ないが、マスターとしては汚さに欠ける。
She's not dirty enough for you, huh? And what kind of things did you get into, Archer? Damn.
そうだな。彼女がキャスターのようになってくれれば、私もここまで苦労はしないのだが。
お前
I punch Archer's face. Of course, it doesn't hit as Archer avoids it without trouble.
何をする？私たちは協力関係ではなかったか？
I mean, you're kind of provoking him.
ふざけるな。俺はお前とは違う。勝つために、結果のために周りを犠牲にするなんて、そんなこと絶対にするものか。
それは私も同じだ、エミヤシロ。だが、すべての人間を救うことはできまい。
Looks in heaven's feel. Hey, Tippo. I mean, yeah, he did kind of say he was willing to sacrifice everyone for the sake of Sakura. So yeah, that's it's a bit a bit of a yikes.
例えば、キャスターが聖杯を手に入れてしまえば、被害はこの町だけにとどまるまい。それは、イリアスフィールも他のマスターも同じだ。聖杯を私利私欲で使わぬマスターは、私が知る限り、お前とリンだけだからな。故に、私たちが勝利しなければ、被害はさらに大きくなる。ならば、この町の人間には犠牲になってもらい、私たちの役に立ってもらうしかあるまい。
He has a he's very lenient with his justice. I know. I honestly can't think of what it was, but I'm pretty sure it's been mentioned somewhere along the way. But I honestly can't remember. I can't do it. Hang on. FSN. No, not space. FSN. Caster. Which. Yeah, I don't really know. In cynicism, archers are onto this extreme utilitarian. Yeah, I mean, having to essentially murder people for however many years, even after you die, is kind of. I'd probably become a cynic as well.
その結果で被害を抑えられるのなら、お前の方針と同じだろうさ。
My head is numb. He doesn't even need to tell me that. One cannot save everyone. Kiritsugu always said that. So I shouldn't feel anything even if he says so. But it just pisses me off.
無関係な人間を巻き込みたくないと言ったな。
Yeah.
ならば認めろ。一人も殺さない。などという方法では結局誰も救えない。キャスターの言う通り、残念ながら私たちは似た者同士だ。犠牲者を出したくないというのなら協力し合うしかあるまい。
違う。俺はお前なんかとは組まない。お前なんて絶対に認めない。
And this is what leads to the downfall.
そうか。お前が信じたものはリンだけだったな。
I turn my back to Archer. I'm different from him. If I can't ignore Castor, there's only one thing I need to do. It's actually crazy. If Shirou had just been a little more cooperative and understanding of Archer, they probably could have avoided all the mess that comes later.
まさかキャスターを追うつもりか？
I mean, I ignore him and keep walking. I'm heading inside the temple. Since this is Castor's territory, her workshop has to be inside the temple somewhere. Yeah, I know. It just... An unlimited blade works where... I don't know. I just think... them... Obviously... As a collective, finding out Archer's... true identity, and him and Shirou like coming to terms and working together. So like, I'm not saying like they have to be like they have to agree with each other either. Even though after the fight, Archer does kind of concede to Shirou, but I don't know. I still think them talking after knowing, like truly talking after finding out they're one and the same would be like the coolest thing. I don't know. I'm not wording that very well, but I
信じられんな。お前一人ではキャスターにかなうべくもない。
Sorry, Archer, I didn't mean to skip you. Archer follows me as if he has more to say.
まったく。せっかく助けてやった命を無駄にするのか。
Yes.
それは構わんが。せめて感謝の一言でも残したらどうだ。先ほどの女性は私なりの行為だったのだがね。命の恩人とまではいかないが、視線を共にくぐり抜けた友人ぐらいにはありがたがってほしいものだ。
You know, that is true. They had, I don't know. I just feel like Shirou, because like obviously like Shirou mentions later, he's like he kind of knew from the beginning, sort of. But like truly having like that confirmation and trying to understand how he got to where he did in the future, like where Archer got to. Calmly, I should say, because like yeah, like Archer talks about it while they're fighting. Like, bro, I saw some fucked up shit, okay? But I don't know. I don't know, man. He really is trying. Like yeah, like saying like friends. He's doing what he can. And you know, he's really getting on my nerves.
うるさい。誰がお前なんかに友情を感じるもんか。いいからさっさと遠坂のところに帰れ。頼まれたってお前の手助けなんていらないんだから。
It really is insane how much their fighting later is Shirou's fault. Cause like, okay, so Archer tries to like he tries to get Shirou to see things his way, but he's not exactly forcing him to comply with it, right? But Shirou replies with so much venom that honestly, if I was Archer, I would get pretty annoyed too. To be fair, so Shirou kind of brought his murder attempt on himself, kind of. I look away and walk towards the temple again. There.
そうか。懐かれなくて何よりだ。
A chilling intent to kill comes from behind me.
何？
I jump back as I turn around. At the same time, Archer swings his sword. Yeah. I know I'm just talking in hypotheticals with all this to be frank, but still. It's sad. I'm cut at my shoulder. My blood comes flowing out, and my consciousness will fade away if it. You know, it's kind of crazy, right? Okay, so I know I was just in the middle of this, but like, how insane would Archer have been, right? Because it follows fate route, so it inevitably ends with him giving the sheath that's inside of him back to Saber, right? But if that didn't happen, and he still had the sheath inside of him at his death, when he gets summoned as a servant, I assume that would still be there, right? So when he gets summoned in the same time as Saber to where it activates, if he still had the sheath inside of him, Archer would have been insane. Like, he would have been OP, absolutely OP as all hell. So long as Saber was alive. Like, that's just a random thought. Does man, I mean, that was the most random thought, but I was like, you know, like Archer really would have been OP as all hell. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was just talking about the fact that, you know, if he had never given the sheath back and it was still in him, like, still goes to the throne. But I mean, I don't know, cause the Grail gives you a body that reflects what you looked like in life, right? Like, Saber looks like she did when she was alive as Artoria. Lancer looks like he did when he was alive. I assume. So I would imagine it probably copies the body. Yeah, so assuming it's a perfect copy of his body, if it had still been there when he was at his peak, so probably in his, you know, but whenever he, like, mastered reality marble as a human or whatever. Yeah, that's true. But, like, assuming it's a perfect copy that would copy everything about your body, including non-physical matter, or non, like, oh, not physical matter, non, what's the word I'm looking for? Organic matter, non-organic matter. That hypothetically could happen? I don't know. I don't know. It was just a random thought that popped into my head. For no apparent reason. My blood comes flowing out, and my consciousness will fade away if I let my guard down. The pain is so sharp that it feels like my body is burning. I back up with wobbling steps. It's not to run away. I just don't have any power, so my feet move back to try to keep my body upright. We take 2 decades of training normally to cast Unlimited Blade Works, Unlimited Blade Works, Shirou, and HF Shirou got huge head with all that archer and for crushing to them. Okay.
外したか。さっき抑えきれなかった私の落ち度か、とっさに反応したお前の起点か。まあ、どちらでも構わないが。
Archer walks toward me with the sword wet with my blood. I'll be killed. I feel that I'll be killed, so I move my feet in desperation. The temple's exit. I slowly retreat, trying to make my way to the mountain gate. You must know this is a fatal wound. Archer walks toward me without a hurry. My mind's fading. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm heading to the mountain gate. I don't know why I was attacked. My mind is flowing out along with my blood. Maybe I'm still conscious because of the sword he's holding. The white short sword. The plain swords are captivating my eyes, and they're stopping me from closing them. But it comes to an end. The mountain gate is behind me when I realize, even though the steps are somewhere behind me, I can't even turn around. It's because Archer will slash Emiya Shirou's body in half the moment I turn my back.
最後だ。戦う意義のないエミヤシロウはここで死ね。
We have a reason to fight. Just not. Maybe not. Well, it's probably the best reason, actually. We don't want people to die. Yeah. He raises his sword. The white yin sword is raised like a guillotine.
戦う意義だって。そうだ。自分のためではなく、誰かのために戦うなど、ただの偽善だ。お、そんなもの、この世のどこにもありはしないというのにな。
I suddenly skipped the line. I oppose Archer's words in my fading consciousness. But my body and mind are about to disappear.
さらばだ。理想を抱いて溺死しろ。
I'd rather not. His voice is filled with hatred. He swings the yin sword Bakuya. He aims for the wound on my shoulder to cut my body for sure this time. But right before that, I want to oppose him so much that I jump backwards. We still got a little bit of fight left in us. That's good. His sword cuts through air, and my body flies through the air. The bottomless darkness is behind me. A big impact. After that, my body rolls down the stairs. Assassin's like, what the fuck? I hear an unfamiliar voice.
Shirou!
And I also hear a familiar voice. My vision is almost gone. I try to lift my body up and fall onto the steps.
シロ、しっかり。おのれ、ここまでの傷を負わせて、なお階段から叩き落としたのか。
Technically, he jumped down the steps. But yeah. Is it Saber? Saber supports my body while she talks with urgency. But that's bad. I don't know who it is, but there's another servant here. She'll get attacked without being able to defend if she's so worried about me. Luckily, Assassin is chill and likes to have fair duels.
黙って。まだ間に合います。シロの回復量なら、このまますぐに帰還すれば。
She must have realized after saying that much. Saber turns back to the servant, still supporting me.
アサシン、なぜ私を撃たなかった？
Because he's chill, man.
それこそ無粋。刹那の花を摘むことなど誰にもできぬ。
Huh? Saber tilts her head in wonder, unable to understand her enemy's intention.
何？その横顔に見とれただけよ。果たし合う顔も良かったが、今の張り詰めようも捨てがたくてな。ついめでてしまったのだ。
What a guy. Is it a kimono? The traditionally dressed servant turns his back.
今宵はこれで十分。立ち去るがいい、セイバー。
私たちを見逃すというのか、アサシン。
I mean, if you run down a few steps, he can't really follow you actually. So it's like, I'm not really letting it go per se. He is a bro, like in every sense of the word. Like he just unabashedly hits on women, be they servants or humans.
そうだ。この続き、いずれ果たすというのなら見逃そう。今のお前では満足な戦いは望めない。私とてそれは惜しい。
Saber glares at Assassin, and Assassin stares calmly at Saber. The breathtaking stare down continues for less than 10 seconds.
わかりました、アサシン。あなたとの決着は必ず。
So I'm curious. What would happen if they never ended the war? What if all servants were just like, you know what? I don't want to fight, and they just left it and just they all stayed alive? Would the Grail be like, we're at day 98. If y'all could start killing each other, that'd be good. That'd be great.
良い返事だ。期待しているぞ、騎士王よ。
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I asked. Like, if they're all just like, you know what, I don't want to do this. Fraser's mentioned those too. Well, I mean, HA is a different, like, thing. Oh, well. Sad. Saber goes down the steps with me in her arms. But I see the knight in red running down from the mountain, determined not to let me go. And everyone ever said, yeah, that wouldn't be. Yeah, okay, that wouldn't work. I just thought it'd be humorous. Just like day 193, Archer and Lancer met up at the cafe and had a cup of coffee. Yeah, no fighting done. True. I think that's mentioned somewhere where if a servant feeds enough, they can stick around. But like Gilgamesh. Like, yeah, him bathing in the stuff that came out of the Grail kept him around, but he still couldn't really maintain himself completely unless he was fed. And, you know, Kirei obliged that.
アーチャー。
Saber says so in wonder. He said that he will kill only when he swears to kill. Yeah, but to be fair, Ilya and Berserker is also a weird case because Ilya is the, like, vessel for the Grail. So that, yeah. But Ilya, yeah. Which, oh, man. When you find that out, like in HF, that she would only have a year or so to live anyway, and then you think about Fate Route, where we're at the end, yeah, Ilya's alive, but then HF comes around and she says that, and you're like, so, but you, and yeah, Sag. He said that he'll only kill when he swears to kill. Then there's no way Archer will let me go. If he used his sword to kill me, I'm sure he will kill me here no matter what. His red robe flutters like a wing. It doesn't matter if Saber's here or not. Archer jumps down and slashes his sword at me. Swords clash. The sword attacks with lightning speed. The intercepting blade parries Archer's attack and goes for his neck. Yeah, he's not letting you through. Archer twists his body and lands back down. The knight in red cannot come down the steps, being blocked off by the servant in a kimono.
邪魔をするつもりか、侍。
I mean, yeah. Archer readies his twin swords and faces servant assassin. Assassin readies his sword as if nothing has happened.
それはこちらのセリフだ。貴様こそ見逃すといった私の邪魔をするつもりか？
He says so with delight. I don't know what he's thinking, but he must really be letting us go. Yeah?
加えて私の役割はここの門番だ。生きては倒産し、生きては返さん。行きは見逃したが、帰りは別だ。いささか雅さにかける首だが、今宵はそれで収めるとしよう。
Damn, so he'll accept some of Archer's head. Okay, well that's you know, whatever floats your boat, assassin. I mean, his intent to kill leaks out. Assassin's intent to kill is as sharp as his longsword. It's not overbearing like the ones Archer and Saber have. But an enmity sharpened to the extreme is going for the enemy's neck.
よく言った。セイバーに傷一つつけられなかったキャスターの手駒風情がこの俺と戦うと。
貴様こそあの女狐を驚かせようと送ったというのに、我が身可愛さで逃げ帰るとは失望したぞ。
I mean, he did kind of fuck Caster up, to be fair. They only confront each other for a short while. They attack each other with amazing technique. I'm fascinated by the scene. I don't think you have time for that, Shirou. To be honest, I can't understand Assassin's technique at all. Even to my experienced eyes, it's way too fast and too sharp. But that's why I'm fascinated by his technique. The dancing twin swords. Archers defending assassins' incomprehensible attacks with a technique I might be able to acquire. Yeah, you might be able to acquire it, Shirou. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's completely impossible for you. Like, I'm sure you have enough talent to get to that level eventually. To be honest, you could say I admire it. He's fighting off assassin's demonic technique with his technique, solely trained by his will, and not his natural talent. Damn, it's natural that he's strong. Strength, unlike Tosaka or Saber. All the training he went through because he's not extraordinary. He probably had nothing. That's why he took the small thing he had, trained it with all his might, and got it to that level.
シロ、今のうちにどちらにせよ、あなたの体を早く休ませなければ。
Yeah, you're probably right. I come back to reality with Saber's voice. We leave the Rito Temple with Saber carrying me. The clashing of assassin and archer can still be heard behind us. My wound is almost healed by the time we get back. That was an abrupt cut.
セイバーとつながってるからセイバーの治癒能力がついてきているんじゃない？
Tosaka's guess might be right, as my wound heals faster when Saber's touching me. Yeah.
それで一体何があったのですか、シロ。
Saber demands an explanation once we get to the dojo after treating my wound and getting changed. It's a hard one to explain. I try to tell her all the important things. How I was controlled by Castor and went to the temple. The relationship between Castor and the coma incidents happening in town. How Archer came and saved me when my command spell was about to get taken away. And how Archer tried to kill me in the end. Saber's pondering something. I'm sure she wants to first organize things in her head since so many things occurred in one night. Yeah.
なるほど。では、アーチャーはキャスターを見逃したのですか？
Yes.
はあ、見逃したさ。あいつは最低だ。いくら勝つためでもキャスターみたいなやつを利用するだなんて。それじゃキャスターと何も変わらないじゃないか。
Yeah. It pisses me off again now that I recall it. Damn. I should have punched him in his face back then. I mean, he tried to, but he dodged. Then, Saber has a weird expression.
セイバー、なんでそこで笑うんだよ。
いいえ、シロが人の悪口を言うなんて珍しいと思いまして。まだ数日ほどしかシロを見ていませんが、あなたはそんな風に陰口を言う人ではないと分かっていましたから。
Yeah, but he's definitely insulted himself a few times in your presence. Think about it. Now that she mentions it, I contemplate my immature actions for complaining.
けどしょうがないだろ。アーチャーはそれだけのことを言ったんだ。あいつは何より相棒の遠坂をバカにしたんだぞ。
そうですね。ですがシロ、一つ尋ねますが、シロはアーチャーの裏切りが許せないのですか？どうもあなたは彼に切りつけられたことを怒っているようには見えない。
Oh yeah. So the fact that Archer tried to kill me would be betrayal. But that's...
それは違う。あいつは俺を裏切ったわけじゃない。初めからあいつとは何も約束していなかった。だからアーチャーが俺を襲ってもそれはありなんだと思う。
それはそうですが、まったくシロは不思議ですね。
I mean, hey, we aim to confuse. I mean, wait. But I think there's some friendliness in our tone.
結論から言うと、私もシロと同じです。キャスターは放置できませんが、アーチャーは非道ではないのでしょう。
ちょっと待て。人の話のどこら辺を聞いてたんだよ、セイバー。
Shirou, you gotta understand, man.
すべてです。それを踏まえた上で、私もシロと同意見だと言っています。加えて、彼の嫌疑は清流でした。心によこしまなものがないのでしょう。舞うような剣撃は彼の人格を物語っていると思う。
I like it even less now. Something's wrong with Saber to praise him. First of all, Archer's technique is... No. I was crazy back then. Right, yeah. He's like a yogurt that's about to expire compared to Saber. That's an interesting comparison, I guess.
何言ってんだ。あいつの剣なんて大したことない。不意打ちしたくせに俺一人殺し損ねたんだぞ。そんなんでよくサーバントを名乗れるってもんだ。
ええ。ですからシローも筋がいいのです。長く鍛えればアーチャーに届く技量になりましょう。
Or just be around Archer for a while and absorb his techniques. You know, that could work too. I can't object if Saber says so with a face like that. Anyway, it seems Saber approves of Archer's technique. I don't know why, but I don't like that fact.
セイバー、俺筋がいいって言ったな。
はい。長ずれば良い使い手となるでしょう。
決めた。なら傷が治り次第剣を教えてくれ。今までみたいな生き残るための鍛錬じゃなくて、戦う方法を教えてほしい。
I hold Saber's hand and stare directly at her eyes. And stare at her directly in her eyes.
あ、はい。シローがそういうのでしたら構いませんが。
Bounce. Wow. Alright. I have no complaints if Saber can teach me. I won't make the same mistake I made tonight. And it's not like me to, and it's not like me to keep running away. And more than anything, I can't lose to that guy who said we need more victims in order to reduce the number of victims. Yeah, yeah, fair. Day 7, Ghost Waltz. But I am gonna stop there. Okay. You know, we're at a pace of 1 day per day. So, you know, gotta stick with that, I think. And, yeah. Probably do day 7 tomorrow. Don't know about Sunday, but probably tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and, yeah, catch you later.